What's good, ladies and gents? Super fresh, Adrien Soriano here, back with another video for you guys. And this time, we're here to talk about setbacks. Who loves himself a good setback, huh? I know who. Nobody. Nobody loves a setback. But unfortunately, it is something that we all go through. Like right now, your boy is going through one of the biggest setbacks right now, and that is why I chose to make this video so that we can relate with one another. So in a video that I posted a few months back titled I Don't Know What I'm Doing, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I talk about an injury that I had sustained in a match in Delaware a few months ago. It was right at the tail end of the match. I jumped off the top ropes, I landed, and as I was landing, the boards inside of the ring were bouncing, and I guess just that contact together caused my knee to buckle, and it took me out. I was able to finish the match, but I couldn't walk for like a week or two. Knee got really swollen. Went to go see the doctor, got x-rays done, got my MRI done, and I just got my results back, and the results have determined that I have torn my ACL for the second time. Horrible, I know, but this time worse than the first time, because the first time it was just a partial tear. So they were actually able to save the tendon in that first surgery. This time around, since it's a full tear, there is no saving it. They're gonna have to replace it. So when that accident happened, and accidents happen, like it was a freak accident. That's the risk that we take as pro wrestlers. Like we know what we getting ourselves into, but we try our best to prevent injuries, because sustaining an injury can really be detrimental to your career depending on what it is. In the moment that injury happened, I had all these thoughts going through my mind. Like, oh no, not again. It's the same knee. Is my career over? Am I gonna be able to make a full recovery? And honestly, all those questions that I was asking myself in that time have yet to be answered, because I haven't seen a surgeon yet. I'm going to see him in a couple of weeks, and we're going to determine what's going to be the plan moving forward. So typically, when a pro wrestler gets hurt, obviously they'll take time off from wrestling. They'll go handle their recovery, make sure they're 100% before they make their return. But during that time off, a lot of them tend to go ghost. And I think that is only okay if you are a pro wrestler who is signed to a major promotion. If you have a contract and if you're making a livable wage off of the pro wrestling, then I think stepping away and not really, putting yourself out there is okay, because you're being taken care of financially. But when it comes to independent pro wrestlers like me, we tend to go ghost as well. And that can be really hurtful to one's career on the indies, because, we depend on taking bookings to get paid. Because how an independent pro wrestler makes money is by taking bookings. We can also do signings and things of that nature. But taking bookings is how we make a majority of our income. And now that I'm hurt, I'm not going to be able to do that. And I had options. I could have said, I'm just going to step away completely and just deal with this, because it's a lot right now. It was not something that I was expecting. Setbacks, we can never truly be ready for them. Sometimes they just happen out of nowhere. But I wanted to make the decision to not let this setback get the best of me, because I know what most people do. They'll step away, and then you won't hear from them for a certain amount of time until they make their return. But as far as me, I said, nah, man, I don't want to do that. I want to figure out a way in which I can continue to put stuff out there so that I can continue to engage with the fans that have been supporting me throughout the years. And that's why I started taking the YouTube a little bit more seriously. I've had this channel forever, but I haven't started uploading consistently until this injury occurred. And it's a shame. I should have been on it more when I was active. Either way, I saw this as a major opportunity. Because yes, I know I won't be able to wrestle, have matches, but I still wanted to make the most out of my time away from the ring. And that is why I started uploading more consistently on the YouTube. I've been cutting way more promos on social media. And honestly, I don't feel as bad as everyone thinks I should. Yes, it sucks that I retore my ACL, but I'm looking at this whole situation as a blessing in disguise. Because of the fact it has, it made me want to work harder. And I feel like these past couple of months since that injury, I've been able to develop and grow so much because I've been making the decision to do all this stuff. And I think the same can be applied to you. If you're going through a setback, it is okay to be upset. It's okay to feel those emotions. But eventually, you're going to have to start making those decisions in order to get yourself out of the rut that you may be in. And setbacks are temporary. You also got to remember that. Setbacks are temporary, but the decisions and choices that we make, those last forever. And sometimes setbacks can't be avoided, but it's how we handle these setbacks that truly matter. You can't have your comeback without your setback. And I don't know what the future may hold, but I'm not waiting to find out. And that's why I'm taking action now. Because we were never meant to fit in. We were born to stand out. If you're going through a setback, in the comments below, what are you doing right now to overcome that setback? What are some habits that you're starting to apply to yourself? What are some things that you're starting to do to get yourself out of this rut that you're in? And I know you can do it. We can all do it. We just got to believe in ourselves a little bit and just start taking the necessary action. Because these setbacks, they're temporary. So what are you going to do to help yourself become a better version of yourself out of this situation? Because that's what it means to be super fresh, ladies and gents. Being super fresh just means being the best version of yourself. And I think sometimes these setbacks are what we need in order for us to become that higher version of ourselves. But guys, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. And quick shout out to everyone who's been showing support in the past couple of videos. I've been seeing all the comments. I've been making sure to go out of my way to respond to them. So please continue to show your love and I'll make sure to return it back to you guys. Guys, have a great one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.